Welcome to History's Weirdest Wars, where we dive into some of the most bizarre and unexpected conflicts in history. Throughout the vast tapestry of human existence, conflict has been a recurring theme, a relentless dance between ambition, ideology, and the pursuit of power. But within this grand narrative of conquest and struggle, there exist peculiar footnotes, wars so strange, so seemingly absurd, that they challenge our very understanding of why nations go to war. From battles with animals to disputes over pigs, these wars will leave you scratching your head, questioning the very nature of human conflict. Join me now as we journey through the annals of history, exploring the conflicts that time seems to have forgotten. Those moments where the line between the absurd and the tragic blurs, leaving us both bewildered and strangely amused. Our first stop takes us to the sun-baked plains of Western Australia, 1932. The Great Depression grips the world, but here a different kind of economic struggle is unfolding. Farmers, already grappling with the harsh realities of drought, find their crops under siege not by locusts or drought, but by an army of emus. These large, flightless birds, native to Australia, descend upon farmlands in their thousands, their appetites insatiable, their impact devastating. Imagine the scene fields meant to sustain livelihoods, now trampled and bare, stripped clean by hordes of these feathered marauders. The farmers appeal to the government for help, their pleas echoing a sense of desperation. And so the Australian government, perhaps caught in the absurdity of the situation, makes a decision that will forever be etched in the annals of military history. They declare war on emus. Armed with Lewis machine guns, weapons of war repurposed for this unusual enemy, soldiers are deployed to the front lines of this bizarre conflict. The emus, however, prove to be a formidable adversary. They scatter and regroup, masters of evasion, seemingly unfazed by the hail of bullets. Newspapers report on the conflict with a mixture of amusement and disbelief. The Emu War, as it becomes known, captures the imagination of the world, a testament to the unpredictable nature of conflict. Our next stop takes us to the San Juan Islands, a cluster of picturesque islands nestled between the United States and British-controlled Canada. The year is 1859, a time when tensions between these two nations, though simmering beneath the surface, were largely contained. Yet it would be a seemingly insignificant event on these tranquil islands that would bring them to the brink of war. A pig belonging to a British farmer develops a rather unfortunate habit, a penchant for raiding the potato patch of his American neighbour. One fateful day, the American farmer, at his wit's end, catches the pig red-handed, or perhaps red-hoofed, in his potato patch. In a moment of frustration, he shoots the pig dead. News of the pig's demise spreads like wildfire, igniting a conflict that would come to be known as the Pig War. British authorities demand the arrest of the American farmer, while American settlers rally to his defense. Military forces from both sides are deployed to the islands. A standoff ensues, and what began as a dispute over a pig escalates into a full-blown international incident. The world watches in disbelief as two powerful nations teeter on the edge of war, all for the sake of a pig. From the San Juan Islands, we journey across the globe to the rugged terrain of the Balkans, a region steeped in history and, as we'll soon discover, no stranger to conflict. The year is 1925. The First World War, with its unprecedented brutality, has only recently ended, leaving in its wake a world grappling with the scars of conflict. It is against this backdrop of uncertainty and fragile peace that our next strange war unfolds. A Greek soldier, stationed along the border between Greece and Bulgaria, finds himself in a predicament familiar to dog owners throughout the ages. His canine companion has gone astray. The dog, perhaps sensing adventure or simply enticed by the allure of the unknown, decides to cross the border into Bulgaria. The soldier, loyal to his furry friend, embarks on a rescue mission, crossing the border in pursuit of his wayward companion. However, his actions do not go unnoticed. Bulgarian border guards, on high alert in this tense post-war period, spot the soldier crossing into their territory. Shots are fired and the soldier falls wounded. What began as a simple case of a lost dog escalates rapidly into an international incident. The War of the Stray Dog, as it would come to be known, highlights the fragility of peace and the unpredictable nature of conflict. For our next story, we journey to Central America, a region often overshadowed by its larger neighbours to the north and south. The year is 1969. The world is captivated by the beautiful game of football, with nations vying for supremacy on the world stage. But in Central America, football, or soccer as it's known in some parts of the world, becomes entangled with political tensions and deep-seated rivalries, culminating in a conflict that would forever link the sport with the horrors of war: the Football War. The stage for this unusual conflict is set during a World Cup qualifying match between El Salvador and Honduras. Tensions between the two nations are already running high, fueled by economic disparities and immigration disputes. The match, played in a charged atmosphere, becomes a flashpoint. El Salvador emerges victorious, but the victory is marred by violence both on and off the field. Newspapers in both countries fan the flames of nationalism, reporting on the events with biased fervour. Protests erupt, escalating into riots. Soon, the beautiful game has been forgotten, replaced by the deafening roar of war drums. El Salvador severs diplomatic ties with Honduras and launches a military offensive. Tanks roll across the border, planes take to the skies, and for 4 days the two nations engage in a bloody conflict. The Football War, a stark reminder that even the most beloved of sports can become entangled with the dark side of human nature. Our journey through history's strangest wars now takes us back to the 18th century, a time of exploration, colonization, and, as we'll soon discover, maritime conflict. The seas, once pathways to new lands and untold riches, become battlegrounds in a clash between two of the world's most powerful empires, Great Britain and Spain. At the heart of this conflict lies a tale of a severed ear, national pride, and the pursuit of empire, the War of Jenkins' Ear. Robert Jenkins, a British sea captain, finds himself at the centre of this unusual conflict. In 1731, his ship, the Rebecca, is boarded by Spanish coast guards off the coast of Cuba. Accusations of smuggling fly back and forth, tensions escalate, and in the ensuing struggle, Jenkins' ear is severed by the Spanish captain. Jenkins, his severed ear preserved in a jar of brandy, returns to England, a living testament to Spanish aggression. He presents his gruesome souvenir to Parliament, his tale igniting a firestorm of outrage. Public opinion, fueled by Jenkins' tale and a desire for revenge, demands action. The War of Jenkins' Ear becomes a rallying cry, a symbol of Spanish cruelty and British indignation. And so, in 1739, Britain declares war on Spain. The conflict, part of a larger struggle for colonial dominance, would last for years, its origins forever linked to the severed ear of a British sea captain. Our final stop takes us to the sun-drenched streets of Mexico City in the 1830s. Mexico, having recently won its independence from Spain, is still finding its footing as a new nation. But amidst the political upheaval and social change, a seemingly insignificant event sparks a conflict that would come to be known as the Pastry War, a testament to the strange and often unpredictable nature of international relations. A French pastry chef, Monsieur Remontel, claims that his pastry shop in Mexico City was ransacked by Mexican officers. He demands compensation for his losses, but his pleas fall on deaf ears. The French government, eager to assert its influence in the region, seizes upon this seemingly trivial incident as a pretext for intervention. France, under the leadership of King Louis-Philippe, issues an ultimatum to Mexico demanding a hefty sum in damages, including an exorbitant amount for those allegedly devoured pastries. Mexico, struggling with internal divisions and a depleted treasury, refuses to pay. The French, their appetite for conflict seemingly insatiable, dispatch a naval fleet to the Gulf of Mexico. A blockade is imposed, Mexican ports are bombarded, and for several months the two nations engage in a conflict that would forever be linked to the sweet, delicate world of pastries. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history's weirdest wars. From the emu-plagued fields of Australia to the pastry shops of Mexico City, we've explored conflicts that, while seemingly absurd, offer a unique glimpse into the complexities of human nature and the often bizarre course of history. Remember, behind every strange war, there's a story of clashing cultures, political machinations, and the enduring human capacity for both conflict and reconciliation. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more fascinating historical tales. Our channel is dedicated to unearthing the strange, the unusual, and the downright bizarre from the annals of history. Leave a comment below on which war you found the strangest. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Until next time, keep exploring the past, for it holds the key to understanding our present and shaping our future.